are strictly those of its hosts, guests, and callers and are not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Anton Steinhardt, founder of Wines for Humanity, is proud to team with Black Shiraz partner and former NFL star Benny Blades to assist in his Benny Blades 36 Foundation in helping children with special needs. Go to winesforhumanity.com, look for the 20% off wine specials, make your selection, and use the code BB36F20. Please join the team through winesforhumanity.com or call Dana Lisa Torres at 561-445-7066. Thank you.
Welcome to the 2-Minute Warning, a sports talk platform that will examine current issues in the world of sports, the athletes, and the communities they impact. With your host, former NFL star Benny Blades. Benny will be speaking with both current and former athletes, asking the questions about the lessons they've learned on their journey and how they impact the community. Call into the show now at 888-565-1470. Mr. Blades, are you ready?
Thank you to Wines for Humanity for being a sponsor of the Benny Blades, the 2-Minute Warning with Benny Blades. Thank you, Wines for Humanity. Now, I'm going to do some self-promoting because through Wines for Humanity, who's helping my foundation out tremendously, we have created a Pro Pack. A Pro Pack, you get not only a Black Shiraz wine, who I'm the spokesman for, but you also get a wine, well, 2 different wines, and there's going to be a recipe in there from a world-renowned chef, okay? And I really want you guys to go and call Dana Lisa Torres. If Dana's on the line, Dana, can you come on for a moment?
I am on the line, Benny. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful, Dana. Can you tell the people exactly what they're going to get in my Pro Pack?
Well, what's so exciting about your Pro Pack, and it's been a year and a half in the creation with Wines for Humanity, you get 3 wines. One is the Black Shiraz, which is the Black Shiraz Boys. You get the Foundation wine, which is a nice, wonderful white. It's a Duca, which is a Pinot Gris and a Chard blend. And the last one is, as you said on your pro pictures, that's a little crisp and blood red. It's got a great Grenache to it, and it's got a great Carignan. So it's a little sweet, but it's great with pastas and everything. So that's the 3 wines. It's for $64.99 plus shipping is $13. And if you come on board this coming Tuesday at 8 o'clock, come on to the website. It has all the information, which is the 2-Minute Warning with Benny Blades, and it's right after the live show. You will see it pinned up there, and it'll be great.
Well, thank you, Lee. Dana. Thank you very much for keeping the people involved in what's going on. That's part of Benny's Corner as well, because I want to raise as much money as I can for the kids of the city of Fort Lauderdale, because the kids are our future, and that's what I'm doing these things for. But let's move on, because it is now rivalry week for the Miami Hurricanes. It is what? None other than FSU week. And my 2 guests, in my opinion, were probably some of the best players down at the University of Miami. I know we had a bunch of them, but I got Mr. Darrell Williams on the line. Darrell, are you there?
How you doing? Thank you for having me.
Darrell, it's my pleasure. I always tell people all the time, I wish it could have been 2 of us that won that Jim Thorpe Award, because you was definitely deserving of it when you was at the University of Miami. So I'm sorry that you didn't get to win that trophy. And my other guest is, look at him, is Mr. Twan Russell. Welcome to the show, Twan.
Thank you, man. How you doing, Benny?
I'm doing wonderful. Guys, I'm glad that you guys are on the show, but I ain't gonna talk about that right now because we all know it's FSU week. And so you know what it brings out. It brings out a lot of trash talking. But I want to first get to what you guys are doing right now in the community. I see you guys, I had to wait for a few minutes because you guys are over at St. Thomas Aquinas High School. Tell the people what you're doing over there, guys.
Go ahead,
I'm
Twan.
just trying to be like Daryl. I mean, I'm just trying to be like Daryl. So both Daryl and I coach at St. Thomas. I'm the linebacker coach. Daryl's a defensive back coach, and we haven't started football yet, but we're just trying to get through the social distancing. We're in phase 2, so we're just starting to be able to do a little bit more. We'll be in phase 3 next week, and I think the week after that, Daryl, we'll be in pads, right? So it's
Absolutely.
an exciting time for us. I mean, high school football just started this week too, so a lot of the high schools in South Florida are just getting going, and man, it's just good to be out there on those 2 acres, man, to coach those kids. So I'm excited just being on the football field, trying to be like Darryl.
Come on, Daryl, give us your take on why you came back and give back to those kids over at St. Thomas.
Well, at first, actually, how I got into coaching, period, was I'm in the stands looking at, people teach my son how to play football, and I'm like, something ain't right. This is not right. So I said, basically, I gotta put forth effort to show the kids the right way to do it, and that's really what got me into coaching.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned you have a son at St. Thomas, and then I tell people all the time, there's no greater joy than to coach your own kids in a sport, especially that you used to do. I don't know how much they listen to you because mine sure don't listen to me.
You got a point. You got a point, there.
Hey, Darryl.
But like I say,
I'm
I try not to coach him directly.
yeah.
Basically, he was a cornerback. I was a safety guy, so it's a little different.
Darryl, I was similar to you, Darryl. When my son was 10, and he was playing before he went and started playing youth football over at Plantation Wildcats. He begged us, so we didn't want him to play at first. Like, oh, it takes some time, so we made him read 100 books. He had to read 100 books before he could play. It took him 2 years to do it. So when he read the book, I was like, golly, okay, he's serious. So we out there. I didn't go to the first couple of practices. My wife called me and say, he ain't going back to practice until you get on that football field. I said, I don't have time to coach. I'm a coach. I got a lifestyle job. I work for the Dolphins. How am I going to go over there and start coaching? She said, well, he ain't going to play football unless you start coaching. So I went out there the first day, and I said, I see why she wanted me out there. You're right. Some of the things they asked the kids to do were just not realistic. And
Right.
I wasn't a head coach or even a defensive coordinator, but I was a voice of reason. You know what I mean? Like, hey, there's a different way to do things. So, I mean, and people listen to you. So I can see why you started coaching.
Yeah, because I mean, it's one thing to give back to your kids, but you guys are not you're giving back to your kids, but you're also imparting wisdom to these other kids, and especially the coaches. I tell people, everybody that coach is not a real coach.
I'm not touching that one, Benny. You try to get
Yeah, I'm not going to even touch that.
No. Look.
We on here talking about. Yeah, we on here. This ain't no private conversation. You just want us to just start rolling people.
Hey, look.
He gonna talk about mention names.
No. I ain't gonna say mention no names. I'm just saying everybody that is on that sideline don't know what they do when it comes to coaching. That's why I stopped.
That's not the case. That's not the case.
No. Man, y'all got an all-pro sideline. Come on.
Hey, man.
So you saying, well, it don't take much?
No. Look, I'm not saying that because look, y'all give me more heck than any other place I go and referee. Man,
What you mean? We don't say nothing to you. You be running up and down. You look at us and say, "Throw a penalty." I throw a flag. Nobody don't mess with you. They don't even let you on our side because they think you can throw the flag for us.
Exactly.
That's why I got my fat butt in the middle, so I'm impartial to both sidelines.
Did you just call your white hat fat?
I can call him fat because I'm fat.
Hey.
But look, man, I always tell people we talk about, when your career's over with and you're sitting there at home, because I'm sure you guys got it, and that's why you went back to start coaching. Because people always say, well, when there's no more football, what do you do with your life? And I always tell people, what do you mean? There's no such thing as no more football. Because as long as you got kids, you're going to be what? You're going to be around the game of football.
Well, and as long as you have a heart for your community. I mean, for instance, I started my foundation over 21 years ago, and it started while I was playing football, and it still keeps you connected to the game now. I mean, we've served over 20,000 kids. You know what I mean? You start thinking about the lives you impact. Whether you coaching on the football field, or you coaching in the classroom, you coaching somebody. You coaching football, or you coaching a kid. And I think we are all coaches at heart, because from as long as I can remember, I started playing football when I was 5 years old. And in fact, I started playing back then. I was playing for Hollywood Optimists. It was illegal to start at 5. You had to be 6. So the first few months, I had to they hid me until I got old enough, and then they let me play in the game. It wasn't as strict as it is now. You didn't have birth certificates and all that stuff. So, I remember those coaches, those guys that invested in me and took us out for pizza and made sure that we had rides and took care of us and gave us wisdom. And I think as an athlete, that's imparted in us. So whether it's we're adults or whether we're still playing football, we feel like we have to give back and we feel like we have to coach. And I think that's why I'm coaching. I mean, I think I coach my kids every day. I coach everybody except for my wife. I don't tell her nothing until she wins. I start coaching. I'm gonna have a problem. See, I can go to work and tell people and say, hey, you do this, you do that. I come home, I'm told to do this and to do that.
So, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you got anything to interject in that, Daryl?
I just think you never know everything, so you're always learning.
Yeah.
Even as I didn't play 10 years in the league, played, college, you still learning. You never stop learning. So if a person say he mastered it, don't even talk to him, because he don't know everything.
Speaking of learning, Benny, was it 2 years ago? I learned a lot from Daryl. Like, watching Daryl go back to school and grind and get his degree. He encouraged me to go back to school. Like, I remember watching him. I would talk to him. He didn't even know I was like thinking about it at first, but I was listening to him and talking to him and saw the sacrifice he was making. And he actually motivated me, encouraged me. Like, I'm like, hey man, like, if he can balance all this and do it, I could probably balance it and do it too. Because I wanted to go back and get my master's, but I was afraid because I wasn't sure if I could balance it all. I said, well, Daryl got the same pressures and the same challenges that I have. And to see him go back and say, hey, I want to be a continuous learner. I want to learn something. I want to master something. I said, I want to be the same thing. So a couple of years when he finished, I want to say you finished in December, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, December 18th. Yes.
That following June, I was in school, and we're always constantly learning. And he's right. The day you stop learning is probably the day you're gonna die. And football is that one thing that keeps you humble, because every time you think you know it, like even today, like a simple little play we were going over, and it was one little wrinkle, and all of a sudden we having conversations, and coaches have different perspectives, so we're all learning from each other and balancing how to figure out how to get that play right. So we're always constantly learning, and we're learning from one another, and through that learning process, you get encouraged to be a better person. Like I'm a better person because I watched Daryl, him go through that rigorousness of getting his degree and challenge me to go back and get my master's. And we're always doing that. You know what I mean? I need to go start a radio show now that Benny Blades got the 2-minute warning. We need to go. Hey, Darren, we need to do a radio show. Hey, Benny can do it fucking week.
Look, hey, that's not a problem because I can show do an hour show and have you two right on here with me. It's not a problem, bro. That's one thing we do as alumni. We feed off each other, so that's not a problem. I'm gonna be calling you, especially about that foundation thing, so we can get right on here and chop it up. But right now, I'm gonna get to my sponsors, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about what FSU week, baby. All right, my sponsors.
All right.
Many patients are often unsure where to go for treatment after a sports injury, car accident, or slip and fall. We here at the Boca Clinic are readily available 6 days a week to treat you by providing long-term relief through addressing the cause of the injury and not just treating the symptoms. Daily stress to the body causes the spine to misalign, resulting in poor posture and poor nerve flow. Dr. Klein provides a relaxing environment where the clinic focuses on strengthening and healing both muscle, soft tissue, and realigning the bones. We are located at 1601 Clintmore Road in Boca Raton. Call now, 561-988-1998.
Suncoast Marketing. We deliver bright ideas in design, print, promotion, and distribution. Suncoast Marketing for over 40 years, serving South Florida as well as the entire U.S. and even internationally from right here in South Florida. Call us for all your printed documents, promotional products, trade shows, labeling, digital marketing, web design, SEO, and social media marketing. Visit us at suncoastmarketing.com or simply call 954-583-4351.
His abilities as a dry cleaner are so undeniable, Dry Clean Only tags have his phone number printed on the back. Stubborn stains sometimes call him late at night just to apologize. His pickup and delivery service is so fast, his vans have pit crews. He is the most interesting dry cleaner in the world.
You don't always dry clean, but when you do, use A&T dry cleaners. Stay dirty, my friends.
Welcome back to the studios of the 2-Minute Warning with your host, Benny Blades. Mr. Blades, are you ready?
I am back. I'm your host, Benny Blades, and this is the 2-Minute Warning. I'm going to jump right back in. Daryl, Tawana, you guys back on the line? Now,
Yes.
We all know, starting, we played Louisville on Saturday. Starting Monday, what happens FSU week? Tell me what happened when you was down in Miami, Daryl. What happened on Monday?
It was all football. It wasn't no class. You went to class, but you went to class, but you didn't go to class. Put it that way.
Rule number one, football number two. Hey, I don't know if people they can't see us, can they?
Look, it don't matter because look, you have a degree to show that you went to class, so
Absolutely.
it don't matter.
Absolutely.
Look, FSU, we all know certain things was thrown out the window. I know when I was down there with Jimmy Johnson, man, we all got amped up a little bit more when it was FSU week. Because, you know, the playmaker going to talk noise all week long because he had to play against prime time, and we didn't want to hear that because I was Benny in the Jets. I ain't trying to hear all that right there, man. You know what I mean? So we started talking smack. Even one year, me and my brother got into a fight FSU week. You know what I mean?
Really?
I'm talking about, man, we ain't care. It's FSU week, man. And so now that my nephew is down there, I try to get them to understand, throw out all the records, you know, well, now we two, man, look, throw the records out. Throw the records out because you're gonna be in a dog fight for 4 quarters when you play FSU.
Absolutely.
First of all, let's get this out the way. Blaze down there playing like a grown man. Goodness gracious! I mean, he had an amazing game. He should have had that second pick. I would have ran around my house, but he ran like a grown man down there. That joke was looking good. FSU week was different. You're right. When you said we would say school would be number one, but the coach showing two fingers, and he would say, football number two, and he would show one finger, and he would say that very clearly, and he would look at you, get it. And if you were caught at classes that week, you had a problem. And really, when you flew back on that Saturday, you used to get in late that night if you had an away game. Sometimes you had a bye, but that Sunday, like we started, like we was in the film room on Sunday morning after we got a workout and we getting our film. And coaches already got the game plan because they done took a sneak peek at Florida State already, so they got a little bit of stuff ready. So we were ready to go, man. Like that was the one game, like nobody wasn't going out that much. They were going out, not that much. That was part of the curriculum. You didn't stop doing that. But I mean, the focus was on the game that week, and what made Florida State so tough, as you guys know, we weren't playing against dudes we didn't know. These are the same dudes we played against in high school and little league football. I mean, 30% of the team at Florida State were from South Florida, so you knew these cats. So when you stepped on the football field, you playing your cousin, your friend, your neighbor. So you're playing for different reasons. We didn't hate them like we hated Florida. At least for me, I didn't hate them like I hated Florida. Like I hate Florida. Like I got Florida toilet paper. But Florida State, I didn't hate them. It was like I was playing my brother. Like, when you play your brother, like you want to win and you willing to cheat and you willing to do everything possible to win. And that's how it was. Like we loved each other so much that when you step on that football field, we gave you our best. Like you knew you were going to get 60 minutes, and when we stepped up that field, you knew you was in a fight. Regardless of the records. I don't care what the records were. When we stepped on that football field, it was about winning. It was about Florida State and about Miami. It's as close you got. Is it close? If you weren't competing for the championship that year, it's as close you're going to get to compete for the championship.
Yeah, because Florida State and Miami, like I said, throughout all the records, whoever wins that game, you get all the rights to all the recruits in the South Florida area. Yeah.
For that
so,
year.
you know what I mean? And you're going to see, because them guys coming back to South Florida when the season is over with. So you want to brag that. I know I get tired of hearing, man, we kick y'all butt for 7 years in a row. Man, let it go, man. Let it go.
Let it go.
But look, come on now. We all know Florida State week, they ain't gonna let that go. But I'm looking forward to that game. But right now, Ari, are you there?
I am here.
Guys, look,
keep it dirty.
Ari, yeah. Stay dirty, my friend. I call him Mr. Pitbull.
You do look like Pitbull.
Yeah, I get that all the time.
But look, Ari is going to be our guest picker this week. I am in the lead. Everybody think they know NFL football. Now, Ari's going to pick this week. I don't know how well he's going to do.
We're trying.
You sure you're gonna do real well? Well, let's jump in. We're gonna start right now tonight. The Dolphins are at the Jaguars. Who are you picking, Ari?
I'm a Dolphins season ticket holder.
I'm about to say I work for the Dolphins now. I know. Don't let me come get you.
I know a lot of Dolphin executives too, and I got a lot of pictures of the Dolphin players up on my wall. But I am picking Jacksonville.
Oh. Wow.
Hey, we just cancel your seats. we're gonna cancel your seats now.
No, look, you see, I started with Ari because I already know, Twan. You work for the Dolphins. You ain't got no choice but to pick the Dolphins. Now,
I tell people already, I'm a and I get paid by them.
yeah. So either way, it's a win-win for you. It's a win-win. Who you going with tonight?
I think the Dolphins are going to win. Absolutely. The Dolphins are going to win.
All right. Now, look, I'm torn because the last 2 weeks, and I sure thought the Dolphins, because the first week, man, Fitzpatrick, I almost say, look, pull somebody out of the dust room back there and let them play quarterback that first week. Man, I was so disgusted with them.
Yourself.
No, look, you and I both know. I said it ain't no way he gonna come back the next week. He played decent, but then I picked them, and the Buffalo Bills ended up winning the game and made me lose the pool. I'm a pool
Buffalo
guy.
Pretty good.
Buffalo, Buffalo. And so tonight, guys, to me it's gonna boil down to what's that quarterback? Gardner Minshew. I ain't never even heard of this kid, guys. But he has Jacksonville. I mean, Jacksonville had unloaded all of the talent, but he got them thinking they can win. I don't know who this kid is, but I'm gonna go with the Jaguars, but the Dolphins they gonna give him a good game. They're gonna give him a good game.
I'm the only one torn. I know you going with the Dolphins, but
I'm all in.
Yeah, I do. Go ahead.
First of all, I'm excited about the run game this week. I think they're going to run the ball. I think their defense is going to be much improved. If you watch, the defense has been improving every single week. They're not going to be able to press down the field. I think they're I think they're going to be a little bit more bend don't break, but they're not. Jacksonville is not going to score more than 10 points. And I think the Dolphins have 24 points in them, and I'm already telling you, it's 24-10. That's the final score Thursday night, baby.
Ooh.
I say 24-13.
24-13.
Okay? 24-10.
Oh, okay. Well, because I'm a hometown guy, if the Dolphins win, then I'll congratulate them.
You sound like you hometown.
No. Like I said, if they win, I'll congratulate them. But we're gonna move on to the next one. The Seahawks. No. Yeah, look, the Seahawks and the Cowboys. Ain't neither one of them got a defense to even speak of. So it's almost like you're picking Russell Wilson or Dak Prescott. Who's gonna have the better offense this week?
Seahawks.
Yeah.
Seahawks.
Twan?
Seahawks. 100%.
Yeah. Seahawks all day.
He's hot right now.
Seahawks is a 2-touchdown winner.
Ooh. 2 touchdowns?
2 touchdowns.
Oh,
Did you see them play last week? Atlanta dominated them the entire game. It's like they got their playbook in the fourth quarter and let them come back and kick an onside kick and win it. Like, ain't 2 touchdowns, Seattle.
Okay. Now, the last one before I have to go, the Chiefs and the Ravens. AFC preview from last year, and I think it's going to be again this year. I'm going with the Ravens.
I'm going with the Ravens.
Going with the Chiefs by 3.
You going with the Chiefs?
By 3.
I think I'm going to go with the Chiefs also.
I just think,
I love the
Ravens.
Yeah, but I can't give them a home time. Unless they can run the clock out. He's just too powerful.
Yeah, but I think if you look at all Lamar Jackson games, he plays a lot better when he's playing in Baltimore. I think he's going to be the difference maker tonight. But guys, look, we got to get together, and I'm going to try to put together a show together for us guys, so y'all stop playing. You know what I mean? Because if Ed Reed and all of them can get a show together, we can get us old guys can get a show together. All right? But thank you for being on, guys. Look, thank you. And this is going to be the final comment from your host, Benny Blades. I'll see you next week. Ari, like you always say, stay dirty, my friend.
Stay dirty, my friends. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right.
Zodiac Vodka
The
is
Money
an
Talk
American-made,
Radio
all-natural,
Network,
gluten-free
95.3.
potato vodka. Only 2% of vodka is made from potatoes. We use regionally grown potatoes and water from the Snake River Aquifer. We start with the best agriculture to make a superior product. It is rapidly growing as a bartender's choice drink. Go to ZodiacSpirits.com to find your cocktail. Remember, must be 21 years or older. Drink responsibly. ZodiacSpirits.com.
You've been listening to the 2-Minute Warning with Benny Blades. We hope you enjoyed this week's show. Tune in again next week for our next episode. You can follow the 2-Minute Warning on Benny Blades' Facebook page and share it with your friends. Mr. Blades, get ready.